The range is 210 meters. The rate is 0.12. Copy all. The range is approximately 200 meters. The rate is 0.1 meters per second. Copy.
Soyuz MS-11 continuing its fly-around mode to get into position for docking to the Poisk module, just above the crosshairs there at the top portion of the International Space Station. The Earth starting to come into view. What you're seeing there is the South Pacific Ocean. The International Space Station currently 256 statute miles over the ocean, traveling on a southwest to northeast coast, about to cross over the west coast of Ecuador.
The range is 200 meters. We're performing the fly around. And we can see MRM2. Copy.
Soyuz vehicle continuing its fly around, everything looking good so far. Telemetry from the Soyuz vehicle rating at just under 200 meters from the International Space Station. After this fly around mode, the next milestone will be a station keeping mode, where the Soyuz will essentially hold its position
80 meters.
And begin a final series of checks before the command is issued for final approach to the International Space Station to dock. Docking time currently scheduled at 11:36 a.m. Central Time.
The docking node.
P-15 не горит еще?
Inaudible?
Еще нет. Принято.
Is G-15 illuminated? Not yet. No, it's not illuminated yet.
Принято.
Copy all.
Курс перешел в режим причал.
Course is in причал or approach mode. We're performing the maneuver. G-15 is illuminated.
Принято. Принято, есть
Copy all.
Ждем завкон.
Soyuz performing a roll maneuver.
We are standing by for station.
You can see sort of in the crosshairs there is the Russian segment of the International Space Station.
50 meters. Copy.
After the station keeping, where it flies in tandem with the International Space Station and begins its final approach, the crosshairs will be heading towards a marker or a target that's positioned on the docking mechanism of the Poisk module.
Усмотрите на ваше усмотрение.
Soyuz is currently just under 200 meters away. As the Soyuz approaches a little bit closer, you'll be able to see clearly the target that's on the outside of the Poisk module.
Station keeping is confirmed. The maneuver is complete. Copy.
Принято, выдаем MS-17.
We are sending
И выдаем
L-17 command. And please also send the final approach command. Copy all. Yes, you can minimize it. Copy. I'm sending this command. Yes, I'll do it right now. Copy. Okay, so we are sending the final approach command. Copy. The command has been sent. Copy.
So the Soyuz now in a station keeping mode. Very quickly assessed approach looks good and has initiated the final approach command.
The range is 178.
You can see the range rate starting to increase as the Soyuz begins its final approach. Soyuz currently just under 170 meters away from the space station.
Gaining the rate. Right now the rate is 0.81. Copy, and 160 meters is the range. Copy.
Another series of milestones. As the Soyuz gets closer to the International Space Station, the closure rate will slow to about 1/10 of a meter per second.
The range is 140 meters.
The station itself will enter into a free drift mode so that there is no unwanted movements that may affect a safe docking of the station itself. The docking mechanism will power up on the Soyuz and will wait for a confirmed contact and confirmed capture for the Soyuz MS-11 craft to the Poisk module of the International Space Station. The two currently flying in tandem 252 statute miles over Ecuador.
The crosshairs are aligned. Can you see that? Yes. The range is 100 meters. 0.5 meters per second is the rate.
A view of the Soyuz from the station itself. You can see the Soyuz approaching the Poisk module. The rate about 0.4 meters per second.
Inaudible. The range is 80 meters. The closing rate is 0.42.
$160.
160. The range is 70 meters. The rate is 0.3.
Принято.
Copy.
Мишень в центре подложки.
The target is at the very center of the crosshairs, almost at the very center of the periscope.
Дальность 60.
The range is 60 meters. The rate is 0.2.
Давид, включи подсветку войска, посмотри, как так. Подсветку. Подсветка.
Can you please switch on the Vaiska light? Standby 1.
Включайте. Солнце хорошо подсвечивается.
No, I can see it very well, actually.
Сейчас так. Давай ставим.
Let's leave it like that. Let's leave it on.
Дальность 45 метров.
The range is 45 meters. The rate is 0.18.
Готов.
SSVP is ready.
Из D7, D9, D13, D17.
D7, 9, 12.
Сигарет.
They're all illuminated. The range is 40 meters. 0.18 is the rate.
Мишень в центре подложки.
The target is at the center of the crosshairs.
Крест в центре. Войска.
The crosshairs are at the center of the periscope.
Подходим к 30 метрам.
We're almost at a 30-meter range.
Great views of the Soyuz MS-11 craft approaching the space-facing port of the Russian side of the space station.
The target is at the center of the periscope.
Принято.
Copy.
Подходим к 20 метрам.
We're almost at a 20-meter range.
Мишень в центре подложки.
The target is at the center of the crosshairs. It's probably misaligned by half a degree from the center, but it's nominal. The range is approximately 20 meters.
Everything looking good so far. The Soyuz currently in a closure rate of 1/10 of a meter per second.
На формате ССВП есть база Р.
You can see the target of the docking port now in view.
Display, I'm expecting the same flag on format or display 44. It's confirmed.
Дальность от
The range is estimated at 18 meters.
мишень в центре.
The target is at the center of the periscope.
Принято.
Great views from some of the high-definition external cameras of the station.
0.12.
Есть небольшое такое гуляние.
There is some misalignment still.
Это так и должно быть.
Copy all. I believe that's what it's supposed to be.
Качает.
Принято.
Copy.
Скорость.
The rate is 0.14.
Дальность
The range
отходим, наверное, к 10.
is approximately 10 meters.
Мишень центр.
The target is at the center of
Большие уходы вокруг.
the periscope. There are some misalignments, but they're not critical. Copy.
Just 10 meters away. Docking mechanism powered up on the Soyuz. Stand by for contact and capture.
Approximately 10 meters.
Принято.
Copy.
Прошли 6. Мишень в центре.
The target is in the center.
Подкручиваю. Туго, конечно, крутится этот.
Yeah, it's actually not
Очень туго.
easy to turn the
Мишень в центре.
periscope display. The target is in the center.
К 3 метрам.
We are at 3 meters.
Мишень в центре.
The target is in the center.
Ожидаем касания.
We are standing by for the capture. The rate is 0.12. There are some misalignments.
Ожидаем касания.
We are standing by for the capture. Yes, capture is confirmed.
Есть механосоединение.
Good contact.
Mechanical capture is confirmed.
Принято. Есть.
Copy all.
Да, 2.
Moscow Station,
And capture.
and we have
3325.
capture, and station is in free drift.
Copy.
Переходим на страницу 6.
We go to page 6.
Station is in free drift. Good contact and capture of the Soyuz MS-11 craft. 11:33 a.m. Central Time as the station was flying 251 statute miles over the Atlantic Ocean.
На инпут 2 формата.
On input 2, do we need to open SSVP display? Yes, that's correct. In work.
Выбрал.
I've selected it.
Принято. Спасибо.
Copy, thank you.
Штамм ГСМ выдвинуто, погасло. Так, Давид, давай параметры КДУ у нас.
Kadu parameters in the spherical tanks 176, 170 in the second one. The prop is 5.8. Copy.
А сцепка на не пишется. Я в эфир ее продиктовал. Айдар, с зажатой клавишей остаемся.
All right, so do we need to keep the button
Так,
pressed?
Сейчас уточню.
РПВ-1.
Yes.
Закрывай РПВ-1.
We are closing RPV 1, R7.
Р7, давай.
We have confirmed contact and capture of the Soyuz MS-11 craft to the Poisk module of the International Space Station. Again, this was at 11:33 a.m. Central Time. The station was 251 statute miles over the Atlantic Ocean, just east of the Caribbean.
At 20:30.
The next step will be for a series of hooks to drive and hard mate the two vehicles. Once the hooks are closed, there'll be a hard mate, and the crew will undergo the procedures to
Go ahead and
equalize the pressure between the two vessels and allow the hatch to open, so the crew of MS-11 could enter the International Space Station and join their fellow Expedition 57 crew members.
retracting
The
and
pressure is
listen to the noise it's making.
798,
Okay.
and BO
850.
pressure is 850. 850, copy.
Принял, Сереж.
Copy, Sergey.
На время 20.
At 20:35:40.
Принято. 20:35:40.
20:35:40. Copy all.
Клавишу передачи пока вставляем зажатой.
And please keep the push-to-talk button pressed. Copy.
Когда на МБС перейдем, можно будет отжать.
When we,
Ну, перейти.
we'll tell you when you will need to release it. Copy.
Перед тем, как перейти куда?
What did you just say?
Перед тем, как перейти на МБС,
Before we move to MBS, we will ask you to release the button. Copy all.
МК это 8:25.
МК
8:25.
825 МК. Это лучше.
MK is 825.
8:20.
Moscow Station, face to ground 1.
Copy.
Go ahead, Sergey.
Заложим таблицу 825.
Moscow, you just need to write
In
it down on the table.
MRM 2, yes, I can definitely hear the probe
Please send
as it's retracting, making the noise.
Please send, oh, standby 1. No, don't send it yet.
Хорошо.
We're not
And
sending
did
it.
you hear about stopping
We're
recording?
not sending it.
Можно отключить.
Your go to stop recording. Yes, and I've already reported that it was stopped.
Все хорошо.
Excellent, thank you. That's great. And congratulations on the successful docking of the next Soyuz vehicle, bringing up your
The display inaudible
crewmate,
is
to you.
illuminated.
Excellent,
Copy.
thank you, Vasily. I'll continue my work.
Крюки отпер не горят.
Hatch, or rather latches opening, hooks opening is not illuminated.
Экипаж МКС Москва.
Station Moscow, space to ground 1,
Antares,
Sergey.
go ahead and send GET4 command at 24000.
Сереж, вот
Еще раз,
разрешение.
Come again, what should we send? What command at 24000? Is it GET4 command? Yes, that's correct.
Принято.
Copy. It will be sent at 24000
Да, все верно.
in 2 minutes from now.
Lots of chatter, but after a docking at 11:33 a.m. Central Time, flight controllers are tracking the driving of the hooks to hard mate the MS-11 craft to the International Space Station. Those hooks will essentially pull the MS-11 craft in for that hard mate.
Flag is illuminated. Copy.
Добро пожаловать на МКС.
Welcome to the ISS.
Секунд.
30 seconds.
Е4.
GET4
Сейчас, да, 20:40:00, да.
at 24000. Yes, your go to send it. IDAR, GET4 command was sent at 24000. Copy.
Ждем разошелки, да?
We're standing by.
Антарес,
Antares,
пока я не могу сказать точно,
I can't
надо будет перейти в МБС
tell you for sure now, but you will have to switch to hardline com
или подключить.
at some point.
Реконфигурацию связи сделай,
Com reconfiguration is in progress,
уточняем время сейчас.
and I am trying to clarify the exact time right now. Okay, sounds good.
Это по 68-й странице.
This is page 68 in your procedure.
По 68 в рамке, хорошо.
Page 68.
По времени сориентируйте.
Ну да, надеемся, если нас
Okay, sounds good. Page 68. The text and the frame on page 68, and please tell us the exact time.
Есть транспарант защелки,
will.
стянутый горит.
I confirm that latch is retracted LED is illuminated. Copy.
Есть транспарант D11.
D11 SSVP mode is completed, and we are sending the 8 command.
So you just heard that the hooks have driven and are now closed. MS-11 craft pulled into the space station.
The 8, yes. The 8, the 11, the 15, G17, and S11 commands have been sent, and SSVP docking process complete. Switching to page 68. Copy. 8 minutes for another set of measurement. Get 2 command is being sent. Moscow. Did you copy my last?
Сейчас я уточню.
Stand by.
Хорошо.
Recommendations. Sounds good.
Давид, выключай подсветку.
David, deactivate illumination unit. Okay.
Нет, подсветку только.
And the heating unit as well? No, just the illumination unit.
So now that the hooks are closed, the crew on the station side of the docking mechanism, that includes Sergei Prokopiev and Serena Anand, Chancellor of NASA and Commander of the Expedition 57 crew aboard the station, Alexander Gerst. They will be waiting to greet their fellow crew members on the Soyuz side of the docking mechanism. Inside, Oleg Kononenko of Roscosmos, Anne McLean of NASA, and David St. Jacques of the Canadian Space Agency. Successfully docked to the International Space Station at 11:33 a.m. Central Time today. That comes just 6 hours and 2 minutes after a successful launch at 5:31 a.m. Central Time. Launching from the Baikonur Cosmodrome at Site 1, 4 laps around the Earth and rendezvous at the station faster than a transatlantic flight from JFK to Heathrow. A successful launch, rendezvous, and docking of the Soyuz MS-11 spacecraft and the 3 new crew members of Expedition 57 aboard. Next, we look forward to the hatch opening and welcome ceremony. That'll be coming up here shortly. We'll start our coverage at 12:45 p.m. Central Time, looking for a hatch opening around 1:35 p.m. Central Time. You could join us on Facebook.com/ISS, and as well as NASA.gov and NASA TV. It's a busy day for spaceflight. Of course, today, if you were tuning in to NASA TV, you will have heard some of the great research going aboard the SpaceX CRS-16 craft set to launch tomorrow. You can check out that coverage starting at 12 p.m. Central Time tomorrow for a scheduled launch at 12:38 p.m. Central Time. Again, join us on Facebook, NASA.gov, and NASA TV. A successful launch, rendezvous, and docking of the MS-11 craft. We'll look forward to the hatch opening where the crew will be joining the Expedition 57 crew aboard the International Space Station and begin the welcoming ceremony. This is Mission Control Houston.